Hey everybody, welcome back to Indie Land. It's your girl Indy, and today, as you can tell by the title, we are doing a wing liner and lash tutorial. That's literally it. That's all I'm talking about. Not the base, not the lips, not the nothing, just that. So if you are not new to my channel, you know I have a really hard time doing my own natural lashes on camera because my real ones curl all the way back. So applying falsies has always been a process for me. If it's been a process for you, hopefully you can learn something from me. And if you have any tips, feel free to share. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video and keep watching.
I've never met anyone quite like her before.
Alright, so first things first is you need a good mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara in the shade Black. I'm going to coat my lashes from root to tip just to make sure I get a nice even layer, and this also helps semi-straighten my lashes. You can see that my lashes curl. They curl all the way back, so even though they aren't necessarily super duper short, some of them come out, but for the most part I really have to work to straighten my lashes, and using a great mascara definitely helps with that. Here you can sort of kind of see the difference between my two eyes. Yes, it's not a great difference, but there is definitely a difference. The liner I'm going to use today is the KVD Tattoo Liner. I do like using pen liners. NYX has great ones, so does Fenty Beauty, but KVD's kind of been my favorite right now. When drawing out my liner, I like to start from my lower lash line and draw a line up towards the tail end of my brow. Next, I'm going to connect the end of that line to my lash line, creating some sort of triangle. And then I fill it in, basically like coloring in a coloring book. Just fill that on in with your liner pen. People struggle the most with making sure both of their eyes are symmetrical. So I suggest looking straight into a mirror and going back and forth with each eye. Right here, I'm kind of lengthening each of the sides. I'm going in straight from the middle and going straight out to the tip, making sure that I check and move in micro motions rather than trying to do one big huge swipe to fix something. It's easier to do a little bit at a time. That way, mistakes can be minimized. The lashes I'm using today are the iEnvy Luxury Mink 3D lashes in the style 1. I got these from the hair store. First, you want to measure the lash to make sure it does fit on your eye. Not everybody's eye shape is the same. Here, I'm just cutting off these little itty bitty end tabs. I feel like they tend to poke me when I don't cut them off. I'll be using the Duo Lash Glue. This is their clear glue. And I'm going to apply a thin layer to the band of the lash. I definitely try to concentrate it more on the ends because that's where people's lashes tend to lift the most, but you want a nice thin layer. You put too much and you can just kind of create like a big goopy mess. Then I'm going to take that lash glue and I'm going to apply it directly to my lash line. As I said before, my lashes curl all the way back, so this is literally the only way I can ensure that my lashes stay on and stay in the right place. You also want to make sure that before you actually apply the lashes, you let the glue dry down a bit so it's nice and tacky. Going in with wet glue also creates a mess. So here I'm taking tweezers and I'm trying to apply the lash directly on my lash line. Again, because of how my lashes curl, it does take me a minute. I kind of have to lift these over my lashes, my actual lashes, to make sure that the lash sits directly on my lash line and not on top of my real lashes. So you'll see me playing around with both of the ends. I usually like to start in the middle and then fix the ends and then pinch everything together with my tweezers or my fingers. This isn't sped up in any way. This is literally usually how long it takes me to apply one lash. Some days are quicker than others, but for the most part, it does take me a minute to make sure I get these lashes in the right place. I also prefer to work a little quickly because once that glue dries, it's a lot harder to fix and move things around. So, yeah. I always get so proud when I finally get a lash on, but I always want to make sure that it's sitting right before I go in and do the other eye, which voila is done.
Alright guys, so that completes this lash and liner tutorial. My lashes make it really difficult for me to be able to do this on camera, so I hope you guys learned something. If you did, feel free to let me know. If you have any tips on how I could probably speed this process up, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!